Since 1994, safe, fast and more, our reliable name, Mixcat.com.
Mixcat, welcome to my garage here. Today I'm going to do something that's ultra green. I'm going to make a solar panel out of a broken LCD. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this guy's cracked. It's kind of hard to make out, but trust me, there is a crack in this. I got this from work, and I'm going to pull this LCD apart, and in the inside there's a clear piece of plastic that I'm going to use for the front. So this glass that's broken, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this apart. So stay tuned, I'll show you how to take this broken LCD and turn it into a solar panel. Alright, forgive the mess here. What I first did was took out the little bulb that's in the bottom. Maybe you guys can make out how it's broken. Kind of hard to see looking through my little LCD that's on the top. What I did is I took out the screws on the top. These LCDs operate with a little bulb that lights up the back of the screen, and this is what actually shows the image. And lots of times these get cracked by impact, and that's what happened with this one. Alright, and on the top where it says do not touch, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this off. All of the plastic here is going to come out, and we're going to attempt to pull this apart. Go ahead, and we don't want to break this frame because we're going to go ahead and repurpose this. This is like the ultimate green recycle program right here. Alright, like I said, we got the glass on the front that's cracked. This is going to come off, and I'm going to go ahead and put this here on the side, and we're going to take these sheets out. I'll actually keep these, that's kind of neat. Looks like a Fresnel lens. Might be able to repurpose that too. Alright, we'll keep this stuff. I got a friend at work, my partner's wife actually makes ornaments for the tree for the holidays out of those guys, cuts them into little snowflakes. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep that stuff for her. But this is what I'm talking about. A piece of plastic that's clear. And this is what's going to protect our panels. And try not to break anything. This is like double stick tape that they kind of use it all together with. Good, came out. This is the back portion, that's white. Just going to put that aside for right now. And this is what we were looking for. This is, as you can see, it's plastic and it's nice and clear. And what I'm going to do with this is set up the panels, and that's going to be the protection for it. I have over here some broken solar panels. These are half slices, but they'll still give us a half volt apiece. So those two, that's 1 volt. These two, this is 2 volt, and so on. And I'm going to go ahead and stagger it across this LCD screen. I may have to cut these up a little bit to fit properly, but let's go ahead and we'll try to lay these out and see how that works out. This is a 17.1 inch screen, and it looks like I have a couple 15.4s at work also that might fit a little bit better, because we're going to have a little gap there, but that's fine. We're going to do, let's see, 1, 2, and I'll get some better panels here. I get some, I should have really went through these and figured out which ones looked better. But you guys kind of get the basic idea here. Again, this is a great way to recycle. Taking that green concept and kicking it into high gear. It's a little big. Oh, look at that. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be a 5 volt panel approximately. It'll probably be a little bit more than that. So if you had 2 of these, you'd have 10 volts and so on. But now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the tabbing on them and solder it together and show you how that works. Alright. what I'm using here is some rosin flux. This is actually the same sort of Kester flux that I have at the shop, but in a pen, which makes it nice and easy to spread out evenly over the line here. And I'm going to go ahead and just tap that a couple times. I don't know if you can make it out, but if I go straight across this, it just gives me a thin little flux line, which allows that solder to really flow nice. And the guys I got this tabbing wire from just crumpled it up and popped it into the box. Usually it comes in a spool, so I'm kind of fighting with this one. But if you get a hold of some, make sure it's in a spool. It makes life a lot easier. Alright, and if you've seen my other videos, you've probably seen me do the tabbing before. Not rocket science, it's not too hard. You just kind of get it in the corner there. Alright, and after you catch it there, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of in a bad spot. I don't want to block the camera. You just go straight across. That's it, and he's on there. See that? And again, the negative side is on the top, and on the back side, your positive little terminals. And I don't know if you can make that out. Those are the positives. So basically you go over, under, over, under. That gives you your positive and negative. That way you can bump up the voltage instead of having higher amperage and lower voltage. So this is basically a half volt a piece. Sometimes they're a little bit more than that. But a half volt, then the next one is another half volt, so you got 1 volt. And again, the over-under method, can't talk today, gives us the higher voltage, what we're looking for. And it's not going to be a super high-powered solar cell, because it's a very, 17-inch screen, but it is a really nice way to repurpose an LCD screen. Something you're going to throw out. A couple of those, maybe 2 or 3, pop them in the back of your car window, could charge your battery in the car. So it's, the ideas are really limitless. You could take it with you and charge up maybe a cell phone or an iPod. There we are, beautiful. Okay. But like you see there, I'm just going to keep making these and I'm going to tie them together. And I'll show you a little bit later how they tie together. Very, very simple. We just go across it, just like that. I used to scrape these off, the white, but it don't seem like you really need to. Solder's pretty good without even doing the scraping, so I've been doing without. The biggest thing is just a nice thin line of flux, and you're good to go. But what a neat project. I got a pile of broken screens at the shop, and I'll be making plenty of these. I might pop them up on eBay, so if any of you guys are interested in getting a little 5-volt solar panel, hit me up, shoot me an email, I'll make you one. I'll have them relatively cheap, probably 20-25 bucks, something like that. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'll be back with you guys in a couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this and make sure I have some even pieces and show you how they all connect together.
Since 1994, safe, fast and more, a reliable name, Mixcat.com.